So next we have different types of proofs. So the first type of proof is the direct proof, probably the most easiest proof that you will do. So basically this involves assuming something is true and then showing that B follows. So for example, if we know that 1 plus 1 is 2, that's actually not a good example. For example, here's a good example. So prove that if W is divisible by 7, W squared is also divisible by 7. So we are assuming straight away that W squared is divisible by 7. And if we're assuming that it's divisible by 7, we have to show that W is divisible by 7. So that is basically our direct proof. So knowing that something is true and then using that fact to prove that something else is true. Next, we have negation proofs. So this is basically showing them that the opposite statement is true. So prove for A, B is all integers that 12A plus 18B is not equal to 2. So if we're showing that it's not equal to 2, a negation proof will involve showing that it is equal to 2, or trying to show that it is equal to 2, and then ultimately showing the contradiction. So for example here, we have to prove that 12A plus 18B does not equal to 2. And for the proof, we'll start by assuming that it is equal to 2, and then ultimately show that, mathematically it doesn't work out. So for example, 12A plus 18B is equal to 2. Then we know that 2A plus 3B is equal to 2. Then 2A plus 3B is equal to a third. So 2A, 3B, A and B we know are integers, so 2A and 3B must also be integers. So again, we see that conditional statement. So if we know this is true, then this is true, or this is implied. And then contradiction. So we're showing that two integers, the sum of integers must be an integer. So if we know that A, B is integers, 2A, 3B will also be integers. If we're adding two integers, how are we ever going to get a fraction? So the way that our proof worked was, instead of showing that it is equal to 2, is not equal to 2, we started by showing that it is equal to 2. And ultimately ended up with what we were intending to show. So that is a negation proof. So just reminding you guys of what we've just covered. So direct proof is where we know that something is true and then we're using that to show something else is true. Negation is where we show the opposite of the statement. And then ultimately getting to the proof that, if the opposite can't be true, then, then what we are trying to show is true.